Mayor Michael Hancock joins us now on Denver 7 for our bi-weekly interview. Thank you for being here, Mayor.
Good morning to both of you. Always good to see you. Happy Friday.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thursday.
Friday
Almost
Eve.
Friday.
Yeah, we'll call it Friday Eve.
Happy Friday.
Hey, we're all trying to get through this heat, right? We've had this streak of 100-degree days. How has opening some of the cooling centers across the city impacted the community so far?
Well, Brian, we wanted to make sure that we gave residents an option to get out of the heat into somewhere that was a little more climate controlled. And we are seeing people use it, which is good. And so again, we recommend that some of the rec centers that are open, the libraries that are open, that people seek respite from the very extreme heats we are experiencing today. Get indoors and cool down.
Yeah, it's not time to be outside right now. Cities often see a spike in crime over the summer months. How is our city preparing, especially now that all eyes are on Colorado and Denver leading up to the AllStar Game?
You know, unfortunately, we're seeing a spike in crime all over this country, and Denver obviously is not immune to it. We have seen some unlikely, unnecessary, and certainly unwelcome trends in crime in our city. And this is a great time to remind everyone to make sure that if they have guns, that they're locking them up. They do not make themselves vulnerable to being victims of crime by leaving doors unlocked, windows unlocked, by leaving your garage door open while you run to the back of the house. Those are sort of things that we can work to avoid. But yeah, we are. As you know, we were bidding for the AllStar Game when we were awarded the AllStar Game unexpectedly. And that comes with a safety strategy. And obviously, we can't go into the safety plans, but I am fully confident that our entire safety department, as well as those in the region, are working collaboratively to keep everyone safe as they participate in the AllStar Games. And that includes throughout the metro region.
How are city preparations going for the AllStar Game here? We're just a couple of weeks away, and more information is coming out about some of the events and the entertainment districts surrounding the game. Obviously, the homeless population is still an issue. How would you say preparations are going?
I think they're going well. Again, we are cramming or have crammed 2 years of planning into 2 months. And so, I think that the planning is going well. I've had a chance to be briefed on numerous occasions by the team on what's happening. It's going to be an exciting time here in Denver. But let's also remember, Denver is not new to this rodeo. We have done some phenomenal events, including welcoming the Pope's youth conference, the summit of the 8th, the Democratic National Convention. And we are a convention destination, one of the leading convention destinations in the country. And so there is no question that we know all the systems we need to pull. We've never had to pull them together in a matter of 2 months for an event that usually takes 2 years, but it's a learned muscle. So I expect things will go well. I know everyone's excited. It's going to be a wonderful week in Denver, and we're going to be happy to welcome folks from all over the world.
It is sink or swim. We're going to swim.
We're going to swim. Let's go.
You named Phil Washington to lead Denver's airport. Now there's an equality investigation at his former job, the Los Angeles Metro Transit Authority. Denver City Council members, they want to ask him questions about this. Do you have a response? And with the timing of the appointment, many want to know if Washington was the first choice for this role.
He was the first choice for this role. Let me tell you, this is a gentleman who has run huge organizations, who has managed massive projects, who understands and has managed massive budgets and understands massive capital projects. This is a guy who's proved himself wherever he's gone. The Biden administration chose him to lead their transportation transition and policy development efforts for the entire country. And quite frankly, we were very fortunate to be able to get Phil because of his love for Denver and his real desire, long-term desire to run the airport. When Kim announced her retirement, I knew where Phil was. I knew what Phil would be in demand, and I pursued him because I thought he could come in and manage the multi-faceted, massive efforts that are taking place at the airport. The city council should ask the questions, and I have confidence that the answers they're going to get are what we've received as we did our background check. Yeah, what we did for Phil and in search of Phil, or at least the background checks, and that is, these claims in California are baseless. He is not being named in any criminal investigation or any grand jury investigation. Phil Washington, anything that did name him was dismissed. And let me just say this finally. I have run the city now for almost 10 years. I've been named in so many lawsuits. It's part and parcel of running such a large, multifaceted organization. It happens, but nothing has implicated Phil Washington individually, and I'm confident that they'll find that his character, his reputation, is not impugned by the efforts in California.
Mayor, switching gears just briefly before we go here, Juneteenth is Saturday. The president is expected to sign a bill to make it a federal holiday today, already a commemorative holiday here in Denver. Not only with regard to its historical significance, but with the challenges that we faced in racial justice over the past year. What do you feel like is the importance of remembering and celebrating this weekend?
One of the challenges of systemic racism is that we lose so many elements of our history. People just don't talk about them. We don't elevate them. Children do not learn about it in the classroom. That's part and parcel of trying to get rid of the past, and hopefully people will forget it. But the reality is that Juneteenth is such a historical moment. When the soldiers marched into Galveston, Texas, in April of 1865, June 19th, 1865, and notified those slaves in Texas that they had been freed. And so this federal action by Congress is much welcomed, way overdue. And I'm excited. And I'm glad Denver led with this commemorative holiday, and that we now have a federal holiday, and we'll continue to find a way to be one of the leading cities in the nation in observing Juneteenth.
Yeah, first time in decades that we've added a federal holiday. So,
absolutely.
Mayor, thank you so much for joining us once again.
Always good to see you both. Have a great weekend and enjoy your Friday Eve.
You
Thank
too.
You too.